everybody!
Woo!
We're here. Let me see if I can stream it.
Discord without everything exploding.
Yeah. Also, just FYI, for anyone who's new here who may not know, sometimes my internet shits out. We all just pretend that it's not happening. Okay? That's the bit. Alright. Let's go slap some ghosts around.
Ooh. One of my favorite ghosts is Achilles.
Last time, didn't you?
Hey, Shoal.
I did, Achilles. It's crawling with great warriors still looking for a fight. It's not exactly what I was expecting.
Your father's marshaled the most willing ones to deal with you. Doubtless there's much at stake in it for them, if but the pride of having done the task. Although I think that pride will always be their weakness.
Their pride? I'll remember that.
Like how they're also just like kind of beating you up for fun. Nothing better to do in Elysium.
It isn't much then, but I got you something.
Look at the way he's holding his little arms.
Aww.
He looks really defeated.
You want me to take that off your hands? Fine. But you are taking this from me. And if anybody asks, we're even. Or scratch that. Don't tell anyone about this.
He's so cute. He's so pretty. I love Dan.
What a nerd. What a dork.
He didn't look like that in my dream, but...
Be on your way, Zagreus. I have an audience with Lord Hades in a moment. An inquiry into my recent absence.
But he had the same vibe.
What are you worried about, Van?
Tsundere.
A reason not to trust you?
Like, sweet. Not like the Tsundere vibe, but like more like late game fan, where it's like... You know.
Recently, I'm not so sure. Whatever you're doing, it had better be worth it.
Oh, I love my lurkers. Lurkers, you have so many rights. But also, everyone emote spam right now. Oh, please, like Hades doesn't pet the dog every fucking time he gets a chance.
Why, I can scarce believe my eyes. Is that you, boy? Cerberus, look who it is.
Oh, he's gonna try to guilt trip me.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
No need to drag the dog into this, father.
Anything you say to me, you say in front of Cerberus. You might even learn a thing or two from him of listening and of obedience.
Papu, no reason to be so mean to me.
Aww. Can't believe you would do this in front of our dog.
Fated list of minor prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that useless bit of parchment.
Banjo A, thanks for the follow. You'll probably get a sound notification in a bit.
Oh, you should buy. Oh, you can't buy you can't buy the banjo yet for your bed chambers.
I can't buy anything.
Meg must have
You're
bought that
broke.
already.
Oh, Thanatos is the employee of the month.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hey, Banjo.
Thanatos in the spotlight.
I like the chthonic broker's shitty little hair. Do you think it's a wig? Do you think he has a little toupee where he just put on top of his...
Oh, I always parse that as... I know it is like a little toupee, but I actually always parse it as like a book.
It's just a book he's wearing as a toupee?
Yeah.
Alex, I have to ask you something. Are you certain that my search isn't in vain? My mother... What if...
Where would she be, Zag?
She's gone.
Your mother yet lives. There can be no other explanation. For if she did not, she would be with us. Here. She was a good woman.
We talk about it every time, but Nyx's design is so good.
Kind.
Yeah.
I wish to raise you as I thought
And
she
like,
would
I have a really high bar for Nyx designs. This one's really up there.
I think that
Yeah.
turned out okay.
Oh.
That must be the fated list.
The fate-abetting prince perhaps believes it was through his own choice that he procured the fated list of minor prophecies.
But
But it was preordained.
Oh no, not this determinism thing again. My extended family seems...
Just because something is preordained doesn't mean it's not your choice.
Nice to have my ancient legendary weapons there.
I don't want to argue.
I mean, can both the lack of direction to time and free will coexist? How do you feel about the golden path?
I don't know.
How else can I improve?
Deep pockets, golden touch.
I like golden touch.
I
Also,
I don't think I used it last time,
Let's make some money.
but my brain chemistry is literally different now.
Better, stronger.
Oh,
Might want to check your stash of weapons over there.
I think I can upgrade them now.
So the strangest thing happened while you were out, boy.
Oh, yeah.
One of your weapon holder things back.
Calm down, Skelly. I'm sure whatever it is perfectly normal for a legendary semi-sentient Titan-slaying weapon from the dawn of time.
Fair point.
That's just it. Those weapons of yours, they have seen some real business, pal. You're giving them a real workout, so maybe they're starting to like you. or something.
I love Zag's
Listen
sense of
another
humor.
bit, you know, like you and me.
I should go check it out.
I don't want to use the shield, even though it has the bonus. Shield, kind of bad.
Should take my spear.
That's some kind of fishing pole or what?
What in blazes? Coronat.
Oh, by the way, did you know that I know all of the maritime law of Liechtenstein?
The aspect of Chiron.
Hey, whoa, what?
Why?
All set.
Well, it didn't take long to memorize.
Arrows or something there, pal?
Liechtenstein is double landlocked. It has no navigatable waters. It has no maritime law.
What does Thanatos' thing do? Gain 1% damage each time you clear an encounter without taking damage. I'm not very good at that. Right now, I'll just take the Harpy Feather Duster.
The chambers of Tartarus have probably all rearranged themselves by now.
Who doesn't like free snacks?
Man, I wish I could find Euros in, like, just laying around. That'd be nice.
Well, you haven't broken enough stuff.
But you know what? I do not run around breaking stuff.
Just walk into people's houses, start breaking stuff until you find Euros.
Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you.
I love her. She's so correct.
Is that her hair or is that a plume?
That's a plume.
It's a plume.
Okay.
It also kind of looks like a mane, which is cool. Ooh, the dash is pretty good.
Yeah, having deflect on your dash is just... The other one would have been the special because there's more than one. But actually, since it fans out less, it's less useful.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, do those Manticore statues have proper, like, beards on them, too? I think they do. That's cool.
Manticore statues have what?
Beards on them, like in a person face.
I don't know what...
Like, their head is a dude's head.
Well, it looks like they have a lion head, but then their chest is like a skull.
I think it's a person head with a big beard.
I agree to disagree.
Okay. That's a traditional Manticore depiction. They got a dude's head. An angry dude's head. Do you remember the mythic origin of Chimera?
No.
Neither do I. Time to do research.
I just remember that, like, a cockatrice is when a chicken hatches a snake egg.
A basilisk when a snake hatches a chicken egg, or is it the other way
or
around?
the other way around, or
I
something.
can never remember which is which.
I mean, they're more or less the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I know the Chimera. All I remember is that apparently Bellerophon killed the original.
Well, I should look out for that motherfucker.
yeah. That's what he got the Pegasus to do. It's got a goat's head, lion's head, a snake for a tail.
Yeah.
Sometimes other stuff. Apparently its mother was a Echidna, and its father was probably Typhon.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Hesiod says that the Chimera was the father of the Sphinx and the Nemean lion.
I could see that, I guess.
So, that's something.
Nemean lion was just a big lion, though, wasn't it?
It was apparently invincible. Its hide was supposed to be impenetrable. Which is why Heracles killed it with a club.
Yeah, Heracles just beat it up.
Yeah, well, I'll do fucking the Thor's troubleshooting guide.
And then he wore around its pelt for protection.
Everybody's shit talking your boy Charon. I don't know why. Look at his cute little hat.
The Oronics don't get him.
The Oronics don't understand.
Except for Hermes.
He's not Oronic.
He is Oronic. He's just also chthonic.
Appreciate the background.
He goes both ways.
That's better. Blessed is Doomstone then.
Are you know, liminal? Are you a god of the crossroads?
I'm about to be a god of crossing something.
Oh, do you want some alcohol?
No. No. Like, I know that I'm not actively bleeding anymore, but like I do not need alcohol right now.
I was just making a joke about being crossed.
No, I know. But drinking after an accident is never funny.
Sorry, babe. I got a reputation at a frat one time because when asked how drunk and high I was, I said I was more cross than Jesus.
Oh God.
It made the whole room laugh.
Oh, motherfucker.
Especially feeling weak and bad.
Motherfucker.
You alright over there?
Yeah, what am I? Oh, no, it's fine, actually. I've knocked over
I can't hear you.
I knocked over my headphone case because I pulled on the cable that's attached to it.
Oh.
Because it's the cable I use for my phone as well. And it's knocked out one of my headphones, but it was actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Oh, motherfucker. That time I just knocked over a can. And I just...
Endless disaster over there, huh?
Yeah, I just distinctly remembered the time, like, I think it's like I was talking about ginger beer, and I was like, oh, you want to fucking see something? And I posted a picture of the mass tower of ginger beer I keep next to my bed.
Hell yeah. Respect. You are obviously a man of taste.
Tastes like ginger. I don't have any ginger beer right now. We don't stock it at the moment.
No. It is the lean times. It is the winter of the wolf. Soon man will turn on man for ginger beer.
Well, it's certainly not the winter of the coyote, I can tell you that.
age. It is a wolf age with wind age.
No time to lose. Get dead.
I'm always saying this.
I've only read snippets of the Eddas, but I should read more. They're well written. Then again, I should also read more like Ovid and stuff.
I don't know, I just work here.
Do you have any suggestions on which
What's that?
mythological literature I should read?
I have a book of Greek myths. Which I could be convinced to read from during stream breaks.
I also have a book of Kemetic myths.
Oh yeah, did your mom get that for you?
Oh, I just found it on the shelf in my room, and I was like, well, it's on my shelf in my room. It's mine. I presume she got it for me at some point years ago. But, no, not recently. It does make a pretty obvious error a few times. It refers to Thoth's title as Trismegistus as twice great. Which is not what Tris means. That's a 3.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was like, it's right there in the word. It's like triangle.
I love that he just spouted the line, "Who dies first?" while I was like just breaking pots.
This pot will die. That's probably the most lighthearted of Supergiant games also.
If you say so, love.
Well, you don't have to kill anyone, actually. And the ending's pretty happy.
Wisely decided, cousin.
Like, you know the other two Supergiant games you've played? Think about how they ended. There's optimism to how they end.
Forgive me.
But, certainly is quite a bit of melancholy, too. Oh, she's gonna get ya. She's gonna get ya. She's gonna get ya.
that the love we share is tested and reforged.
Whatever, she's hot, so I'd forgive her anything.
Like that.
I don't think anyone's really to blame for the Trojan War.
Let's break some hearts.
It was a complicated situation.
Oh, what, is like one of the options just blaming Aphrodite outright? That's dumb.
I guess you could also blame Eris.
I blame Ares.
That feels even cheaper.
Yeah, but I don't... He understands, I think. He and I have a very particular, what do you call it? People constantly say that, like, I constantly, like, will take those quizzes, or people will say, like, if I had to pick one of the main 13, I would actually associate you with Ares.
Wait, who are the main 13?
The main 12 plus Hades.
Okay, okay. Which main 12 do you consider?
The normal main 12 that doesn't include Hestia, because I feel like her stepping down from the Pantheon, like, oh, I got an anonymous...
Homeric? Orphic?
I got an anonymous donation of $10. Thank you very much. We might get the really funny soundbite here in a second. I don't know. Probably Homeric.
It is
but
Homeric?
It's the normal fucking 12.
Oh, normal. It's fucking Homeric propaganda.
Okay, well, you know what we could actually argue about for a lot longer, though? which of the four horsemen do you consider to be? Like, when you think of the four horsemen, which of the four do you think of?
I mean, the easy answer is it's
Little
War,
lizards can't resist
plague.
another
I like
chance
war.
to get
I'm
their
getting the bite.
sticky hands in my jar.
The sticky hands bite.
It's so good.
Yeah. I've been hearing it a lot more lately.
Sticky hands.
Here she is. It's the hot one. Caveat.
Oh, I love her. I love her so much. She is a hot one. Oh, no.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting...
Well, you want to know what I want?
Romantic day idea. We headbutt each other until one of us dies.
Love a girl who goes tish.
I mean, that's just a super giant girl.
Yeah, I love the super giant girls.
I will say, Newt responded to that picture by saying it was me and them, and it was me and them. We used to date, and we used to fight. Not like actual fisticuffs fighting, but we would headbutt to like relieve the urge to fight occasionally.
Headbutt for stress relief purposes.
Not like hard enough to actually give a headache or anything, but you know, just to get the urge out.
So what were you asking about the horsemen?
What four horsemen do you think of when you think of the four horsemen?
Okay, so they're the easy ones: war, famine, death. Now we get tricky. You know what? I'll say conquest. I'll say conquest.
Normie.
I don't though. I say I actually if I were just to do it, if I were to ask me who the four
I
horsemen
don't-
are.
I don't see what the difference between death and plague is meant to be.
You know what? I agree. Actually, yeah, death and plagues are pretty much the same.
So conquest makes more sense. The displacement of people.
Yeah, people will say that, you know, conquest and war are the same thing, but actually conquest revolves around colonialism and a foreign power invading like a different land.
Yeah.
Whereas
Conquest is what's happening in Palestine.
yeah. Whereas
War is what's happening in like Ukraine.
well, no, actually,
No.
you have it kind of the other way around. War specifically referred to civil war. Yeah.
It's like what's happening in like Syria.
Yeah.
Or here.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I think the Feather Duster's still going to be my best bet for now.
And we've been having shortages for a while now, so
And we just had a plague.
having.
Yeah, here in America, the death rates are still the same.
Yeah.
So is the seat of Antichrist still open? Can I get in there, you think? Can I throw my hat in the ring?
There he is, that motherfucker.
Woo! Our favorite post boy.
Yeah. I didn't die in that car accident, I gotta say. I definitely should have. Sorry,
What a
not to get
morbid
too
thing to
serious
say.
about it, but like, it's just, like, if y'all saw the car, y'all would be like, literally, how are you alive? And like, I don't know. All I've got is Hermes, okay? Like, that's the only
Honestly,
explanation I got.
A lot of there is a lot of credibility to the concept of the car taking the hit for you.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because- that's
I
how
mean,
cars are made.
I'm not gonna like lie. I literally, one of the first things I said was like, you know, thank God for modern like crumple zones and safety features. Like, that was a 2018 Toyota Yaris. You know, if it had been like a 1995 fucking Honda Civic, we might be having no conversation right now. Or like, God forbid, a 60s muscle car.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Or a Tesla e-truck.
Nothing in return, and so please take this humble offering.
Tesla.
because
If you were in a fucking
nothing-
Tesla, I think I would have died.
No need to thank me though, not so profusely, anyhow.
See, I'm not trying to, like, define anything through this game. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, that's honestly been the vibe lately. It's just him, like, man, I fucking... One of the free-spirited sons of Zeus, he is patron to travelers, traders, even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad if not for his extraordinary swiftness. None whom I know approach his agility or athleticism. He puts his peerless skill to a specific use, serving as the messenger of Olympus. Vast distances are nothing to him. Yet there is something more to Hermes. He is the only god upon Olympus who dutifully serves the underworld in addition to his Olympian affairs.
Gets around.
Okay, already, boss. She's pretty good at that, I have to say. I'm faster, but she's fast. She's pretty fast, alright.
Doggy charging up automatically is pretty good.
Well, yeah, plus it's prophesied, so I'm kind of aiming towards those.
Oh, you're gonna let fate define you? I see how it is.
Steady now.
Well, the sooner I, like, finish up with the prophecy, the sooner I could just do what I want.
Well, okay, yeah, mechanically you're right. I was trying to make a funny joke.
Well, fuck you, no jokes allowed.
Oh. Man. Fucking the Archon ruin every joke again.
I'm a demiurge apologist now, by the way. The air tastes sweet. And, like, it is good to be alive.
Would you say there was a reflection of the divine in the physical?
I don't care. It's just nice to be alive.
Okay. Not gonna let me trick you into being a hermetic, are you?
No. If Hermes himself can't trick me into being a hermetic, like...
All clear.
Do you think people purposefully gild their bones in the underworld? Like, do you need like a fashion statement for the...
I would love to be a living saint relic.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, gold's plentiful down there.
You're stubborn.
In the land of Pluton.
Before all is said and done.
Oh, would you mind getting me my soda?
Yeah, but if I die in battle, mourn me. Make sure my
If
body
you're in
does
a
not
cave-
lie unburied on the field.
If you're in the cave above, like, ground level, you're in the realm of Platon.
What play was that?
That's my sick Plato's allegory of the cave
Never good
reference.
play straight.
Oh, that's... yeah. I was sitting here thinking, like, platonic ideals, which... not exactly...
No, I'm talking about one of them.
Most no.
The last play in the Oedipus cycle. Well, that was gonna bother me if I don't look it up.
I mean, I was just talking about Plato.
He was a pretty cool guy.
Plato was cringe, but so are we. Who care?
Few gods traverse the boundary that divides the surface realm where dwell the living, and this one where dwell the dead. Thanatos, embodiment of death, is among those with such an authority and power. He showed up in my dream a week ago, and I'm still... well, more like 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
Hit the spot.
There's a play called the Bacchae. Which is about Dionysus going into the underworld to find an Athenian playwright to bring back to save Athens.
Okay.
The whole first section is a comedy mostly around Dionysus getting mistaken for Heracles because he shows up at Heracles' place like, hey, can I borrow your clothes so I can go in the underworld since you know about going into the underworld a bunch?
Yeah.
And Heracles was like, fine, yeah, sure.
Mother Nyx was like a mother.
And then he wears Heracles clothes and everyone's like, wow, you're really effeminate and... and kind of dainty for Heracles. He's like, yeah, well, I'll get my servant to solve this problem. And everyone's like, oh no, uh-oh. Boss told me, my boss, the god Dionysus, told me I gotta solve this problem.
Oh, wait, do you want to weigh in here? I could afford to go to the shop, but, like, I'm gonna have another shop coming up.
Yeah, go to, Artemis probably best, since you already got some Artemis stuff.
Mm-hmm. Getting the marked thing would be pretty nice.
Oh, it's the boat of the dead.
Always here for me.
Yes.
Barge of death, whatever. Close enough.
The music on this one is I mean, no surprise, but
Yeah, it builds really well.
Who's next?
One of the jokes in that play, is there's at one point Charon ferries Dionysus across the River of the Dead.
man,
And he tells the servant he'll just have to walk around. And then he does so by walking around the boat on stage during the whole segment of the passage.
That's fucking tremendous.
man,
great.
all I gotta say about this is, like, Humans is the same.
The play ends in a rap battle between two different playwrights in the underworld.
Literally, Humans is the same.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Aristophanes is wonderful.
And, like, the fact that it's about a playwright, like, what self-congratulatory mess. I love it.
Oh no, it's even worse. It was about the playwright they're getting back originally was a recently dead Athenian playwright when the play was written.
Oh, how tasteless.
Oh no, and it's making fun of him. At the end of in the underworld, that playwright loses the rap battle, and Dionysus brings back an older playwright, and the message is supposed to be like the older, more traditional values are better. Which, like, bullshit, but it's
very
funny. It's a very funny play still. I don't agree with Aristophanes, but he write a good joke.
Oh, I don't know if the sound clip played, but Phoenix Daneko, thank you for the follow. Okay, your cast, any
damage could be critical.
Yeah, fuck it. Cast wouldn't have been a bad idea, but like, it's not urgent. I still haven't seen Grandma. I think you might need to beat it once to see Grandma. I don't know.
Oh, Demeter? Yeah, I think so.
No.
No, wait, no, I beat my first time with Demeter.
Yeah, me too, because it was a Demeter Artemis build.
You might just need to get to, like, Styx before she'll show up, though. I don't know.
When I was playing with keyboard, I feel like I had beaten the game inside of, like, my first 15 runs. Like, I got there, like, really fast, actually, though. I want to say it was more like around my 10th or 12th run. I just remember that I beat Hades' first phase the first try, and then I beat his, second phase the second try.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what happened to me, too. Where you get through Hades, like, yes, I beat him.
I
like,
knew
oh, right,
there was going to be a second phase, because I had been, like, a little bit spoiled on that.
Well, of course he would have a second phase. Why wouldn't he have a second phase?
Like, you have a second phase.
Yeah.
Up to like a 4th or 5th phase. And depending on if you meet Patroclus, like, maybe an 8th. God, that's such a funny play. I love that. I love that Humans have literally always been like that. I wonder if they, like, knew the guy. I wonder if, like, he would have been okay with it.
They had competed in competitions before.
I wonder if he would have been okay with it.
No, I don't think so. I think they were not friends.
But also, that makes sense.
It's very funny, though. It's very funny that happened. No, the Greek, like, playwright circuit was incredibly petty.
Yeah, and it's never stopped.
This is true.
Like, I know a couple of Greeks, I gotta say, not to go full, any type of way, but, like, the only people I've seen who are more capable of holding a grudge are Texans.
Oh my god, yeah.
The joke being that I'm Texan and she's Greek.
One day we'll go on like a trip and we'll go to Greece and we'll go to like Istanbul and I'll have to forget all the Greek words for everything.
And then I'll be an American, so people will already like give me no like. They'll already be expecting me to say some dumb shit. Oh.
Maybe I'll actually be good enough at speaking Greek by the time we go to Greece, where I can serve as translator for you.
Well, I'm gonna learn at least the polite words.
Oh, yeah.
I would never go to another country and not at least know the polite words.
Random boon. Random boon.
I always buy the random boons.
Woo!
Cast. Oh, bonus damage.
If you go to fountains.
Yeah, I know.
Strong, like, yeah, but you will go to fountains.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Isn't
That's
the
true.
thing.
Like, the fog is nice, but it wasn't like, it was just like normal rarity.
The threshold one is kind of planning to lose. I've heard people consider it that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I always get weird about in games. Those things, you only get a benefit from them if you suck.
Yeah, and like sometimes
if
it's like
you're,
I'm actively already below the threshold, so like that's actually like giving, you know what I mean? Like that's not planning to lose, that's recognizing what state you're in.
Yeah, but right now you got 2 revives,
Yeah.
you got full health pretty much.
The thing is, though, strong drink will just always work.
Yeah. And my favorite method of like not needing help is for them to already be dead. They can't hit me if they're dead.
The best defense is murder. I like the horns on this version of Learny.
Yeah,
They're cute.
some tutti frutti horse shit.
Yeah, I want horns like that.
Yeah. Well, hey, get me the stuff to make them. I can definitely paint something like that.
I have a really bad habit, which is every time someone brings up horns, my brain immediately goes, call them handlebars.
Yes, nicely.
Really fucked up that one head.
Fuck you in particular.
You absolutely cannot fuck the Hydra.
Maybe you
Now that I'm
can't.
thinking about it. Like, what are you doing with that?
Big monster.
Snussy.
This one, though. This one, though.
Oh, no, this one, no. Like, I've dated some bony twinks in my time, but even I have a limit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not bony on the inside, is the thing.
Oh, some of those twinks weren't that, the bones were almost on the outside. They need to eat more.
Your Greek ass.
Ooh, attracted to a man I need to feed.
I can't believe it took you this long to realize you're a yaya.
Leave me alone, leave me alone.
She literally didn't know she was trans until she met me. Can you believe it? I have that effect on people, though. Like, if I had a nickel for every quote-unquote gay man I dated who, wasn't, I'd have a couple nickels.
I have a feeling nickels.
Okay, let's get that extra death defiance. Let's see what we got here.
Can I talk about Alcibiades? The prettiest boy in Athens.
Oh my god, what a coveted title. Do tell.
Alcibiades was an Athenian general.
And he was
And-
cute?
Yes.
Man, I hate that.
He was the beloved of Socrates.
Aw.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't all awe because he was, as said in Socrates' dialogues. That's the one that's all about love, and everyone gives their own different story about love. Alcibiades shows up and is like, Socrates doesn't love me enough. He's too chaste with me.
Though this is still cute.
He respects me too much. God, and Socrates just like, well, if I traded my wisdom only for your beauty, wouldn't that be a bad trade? Because beauty fades and wisdom is eternal. And Alcibiades like, shut the fuck up.
These fucking old queer fucking Greeks, I swear to God.
If I remember, Alcibiades also betrayed the side that he was on in the Peloponnesian War like 3 different times.
That's called girl bossing! Oh my god, you're such a hater.
He started off as an Athenian general, then he betrayed Athens, went to Sparta.
We said he was pretty, not smart.
And he betrayed Sparta, went back to Athens.
Honestly, that's Athens' fault for taking him back. I gotta say, like, at some point, grow up.
He was originally chased out of Athens because he was accused of cutting the dicks off of all the Hermes statues.
That's fucked up. He shouldn't have done that.
Well, he probably didn't. We don't know for sure, but I think a lot of historians these days think that, it was slander. He was framed.
That's a funny thing to accuse somebody of. Also, like, okay, so who was doing it, though, you think?
Maybe his political enemies?
Maybe some kids?
Some kids? That guy's selling god dicks for...
It was
for
Hermes.
like 5 drachmas.
It was Hermes
himself.
You are an adorable organism, aren't you?
What am I saying?
Right, he didn't betray Athens. They exiled him the first time. That's when he worked for Sparta.
Pitter Patter Litter, thank you for the follow, as if to encourage this nonsense.
Still though, like, do you have his number?
Oh, I got bad...
Yeah, he's on my phone.
No.
Alcibiades.
I know, but I was making a funny, I swear. I knew what was going on.
He retired to Anatolia. And while he was in his retirement villa with his lover, it was burned down. Someone got him.
That poor guy.
I don't think we know
retiring to Anatolia.
I can't remember if we know it was an actual assassination or if he might have just fucking burned down his house.
Honestly, what could be more Greek than, like, falling asleep smoking a cigarette and that's how you go?
Yeah.
Good as new.
I don't have enough.
I don't got no money.
I don't have enough to get a boon, so, like, it would just make me sad.
I do like whenever we get to the level of super giant games where the enemies start being you but different.
Technically, I'm pretty sure I'm Hades, but different.
Well, I more meant like these Elysium guys all use like your type of weapons and stuff.
Do you think when Zagreus is like a good 1,000 years old, he will be the size of Hades?
I think height is a personal choice.
I think it has to deal with how much authority you have.
So
this is something Sebastian keeps talking about in Sekiro, which is that like all the generals and shit are really fucking tall, and it must just be like a thing of when you get like enough respect or power, you just start getting taller.
Genichiro just hates manlets. He doesn't promote any manlets.
That would honestly be really funny. Because Genichiro is not that tall.
You're 5'9"? Ooh, sorry. You can't be general.
I love the concept of like, because Japan generally has like a shorter height.
Yeah.
Like the average man over there is like 5'6" or 5'7", whereas in America it's like 5'9.5".
What you gotta remember though is the what's Ashua? What's the clan called?
Ashina.
Ashina. The Ashina clan's got magic dragon water.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's really
Like-
good nutritionally.
Can't argue with that. Oh, you...
Butterfly chamber.
It turned out you can actually, and that's why Ashina is losing. Because Tokugawa was like, actually I will argue with that. Greninja's like, no, we have a proud warrior tradition, and I'm unstoppable.
What else?
But they've got flamethrowers, I think.
Should deal with that butterfly ball.
Man, the end of the Warring States period in Japan was a wild time for military tactics. I think I've mentioned it before, but the cavalry charge was both invented and became outdated in Japan within a generation.
Well, you've definitely mentioned it to me, but I do live with you.
Yeah.
So that might be a me thing.
Because one of the daimyos had spent a long time breeding horses that could be bigger. And he did eventually get there where they're big enough you could actually use them for proper cavalry charges. But then Oda Nobunaga started making so many guns. And horses don't do great when you shoot at them. They really hate that.
As it turns out.
As it turns out. By the end of the Sengoku Jidai, there were more guns inside of Japan than outside.
Wild.
Yeah.
Now that's America.
Oh boy, not looking forward to the American Sengoku Jidai.
You know that you best get used to cyberpunk dystopias you're living in one reaction meme?
You best get used to Warring States periods.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, I'm just a peasant over here. I just wanna...
I know. I just want bread and circus. I literally, I know, but like at this point, I don't even have the bread or the circus.
Oh, cat being very cute.
Forks in the kitchen.
Hope one day this country develops like class solidarity.
That'd be wild.
I accept this message.
Ooh, double boon.
What's on offer?
You don't need any of these. I do like Flame Wheel release is very funny.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
It's just I have this thing that says no.
You can literally just bribe Charon to like herd them away. I need the Seeking Arrow. Are you kidding?
A senseless punch.
Sorry, ma'am.
Now she's angry.
Fuck. Yeah. Well, it was bound to happen eventually.
Oh, it didn't really that support fire also does backstab damage, it looks like.
Yep.
Hadn't really noticed that specifically before. Which is pretty useful because of how they work. They tend to,
Yeah, they tend to loop around.
Yeah. Euro. The Euro might be my favorite healing item in video games.
You know what? Yeah.
You know what? When I eat a Euro, I feel like I get healed like 15 HP.
Oh, for sure.
Your father also made some questionable choices. But all of us are family after all.
She's just like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad anymore. Forget all that shit. I love her.
Yeah.
Hey, Bouse. Getting a lot of first-time chatters tonight. No, not my first playthrough. I got to, like, pretty close to, like, end game content on my previous file.
I think you had finished all the major story stuff.
Yeah. I was working on cleaning up, like, the last of it. This is actually, I started a new playthrough to teach myself how to play on controller. Because keyboard makes a lot of noise and it's very annoying when you're streaming. I'm gonna take this one because I have a dash deflect right now.
Yeah, and you already got something on your special anyway.
Yeah. I don't mind if you chime in, but just note that, like, we're on a delay and I might not listen to you. So, like, I don't mind, like, a little bit of mild backseating if that's why you were asking. But yeah, no. Definitely not my first playthrough. I was really late to the game, though, but I am really good on keyboard. I beat it, like, I think on my 10th try. Not on this playthrough, though, because I'm not as good with the controller. I finally figured out, like, I have a hypothesis, and it is that, on keyboard I can kind of assign each key to a finger, whereas on a controller it's a little bit less intuitive for me. But, like, that's part of why I'm doing this, you know? Dodging at least every 5 seconds, using attack 0.5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, very clicky.
Yeah, very clicky clacky, and I don't have, like, one of those expensive keyboards, you know? Because you can get some keyboards that are like.
Yeah, but what's the point of having a mechanical keyboard if it doesn't clack a little bit?
No. Excuse me. I just read that one. Dash to recover. Attack is faster. Yeah, I'm gonna take quick recovery.
Ooh, it's Bloodborne now. Wait, no, it's Bloodborne. You actually attack to heal.
Maybe I'll get one of the better Dionysus spoons. He's kind of hit or miss. Obviously, like, I want to like him so bad.
Well,
because, like, my name is Dionysus, you know?
Hey, Mossy Fawn.
I'm not doing so well on this one.
I've been thinking of putting together a fawn costume.
You are an adorable organism.
Those horns would be good for it, too.
What am I saying?
Oh, do you want to get, like, a cotton candy fawn thing together?
Oh, that could be really fun. Yeah, that'd be adorable. I was really going to do more, like, silvery and more kind of, like, do lunar stuff. That could be fun, too. I don't know. We'll see.
Stop hitting me! You know, I know that I could put on God mode, and I have no, like, no shade, you know, no shame towards people who want to play on easy mode. It is your life, and you can spend it however the fuck you want. You know what I mean? I personally I got it. Because I know how good I was on keyboard. I can't do it.
Okay, I had to wait into an argument in the chat. Aphrodite is great. Weak by itself isn't great, but Weak has additions that make it so you do more damage to people with Weak.
The more Aphrodite stuff you have, the better she is.
Yeah, she's better if you go in a deep investment in her.
Yeah.
Dipping into Aphrodite is not great.
Yeah.
But if you subscribe to her OnlyFans...
That's what I'm saying. Let's give him one just because I like him. A little bit of walking around nectar.
Have I mentioned how pleased I am to have made your acquaintance?
What is that for me? Really? I mean, cheers, man. That is awful generous.
His voice actor is so good.
I love how his tone is like, oh, cuz you're, oh, you. Hi, Mossy.
He's got to be a real handful. I relate to that. You understand me, mate? So you get out of there and you'll be more...
Do you want to come bitch about our dads together?
Come on, we'll have drinks. Look at mimosas.
I'm going to take positive outlook.
Yeah. The other advantage of Aphrodite is there is a combo you can get if you go if you heavily invest in her and get her legendary boon. And that allows you to do, when you do weak, you also have a chance to charm. And with high DPS weapons like the fists or the gun, you can basically stun lock enemies and even bosses. If you build Aphrodite right, you can make it so that Hades can't attack you once you get a hit in.
I know it's like played out, but the powers they give Aphrodite in this are pretty fucking spooky.
I expected more from the Exalted.
Mine.
Whew.
That's fair. Yeah.
I love chaos, but I can't risk it right now.
Dyna's builds can be really fun. I like damage over time.
Cheers to that. Looks like a good
Ooh, free drinks.
Yeah, I do like that you can just like get a nectar.
God's grant me strength.
Oh shit, you're already at the end of Elysium.
The magnificently ominous facade of the Great Elysian Stadium looms tall above the...
Yeah, this is actually the first time that I've got to
Ooh,
Theseus,
exciting.
so...
How you feeling?
Eh.
Oh, wow.
I warned you, short one. Now you face a foe more terrible even than I.
I have faced Asterius, though. He killed me, actually, I think, on my last run.
I saw you beat Asterius, but I don't know if that was last time.
Oh, no, you're right. I did beat him. Yeah. It was the first time I saw him, and then Hades made a comment about it, and my brain confused it for Hypnos making a comment about it. Hey, Moss, thanks for the subscriptions to Endin Rosaria and Oxphonos. Ox, who I know is a long-time member of the community. Bows, thank you for the follow. We might get some sound alerts here in a second, but they tend to take a minute for some reason.
We've got some great usernames in our chat, just in general.
Truly, 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 truly. Hypnos. Yeah, he seems to be pretty divisive, but I love him.
He's sassy, but it's fun.
I definitely get the vibe of, like, you were just raised as siblings, and, like, that's just kind of how you banter. But, like, a lot of people, I feel, like, take him kind of at face value for being a little shit. But, like, for me, it's like, it's a rapport thing, and sometimes Zag isn't feeling it 100%, but like, it is kind of reciprocal, and just how, like, two boys who were raised in the same household would be.
Yeah. I think also he just is a little bit too relaxed to have a filter.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that always gets me, do you think that Hades is aware of how much Hypno sucks at his job?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he's doing it just to fuck with Hypnos.
I think he is trying to teach Hypno something,
and
I'm not sure it's working.
Yeah, I think also Hades maybe has more patience than people, like, give him credit for. And, honestly, I would be a little bit testy, too, because, like, this shit's probably been going on for thousands of years. So it's like, you know, maybe he'll learn one day, but it has been 4,000 years with no progress, and I'm a little bit fucking testy about it.
He does have a lot of patience. Like, especially in this game.
Yeah. I am talking about Supergiant's versions of these gods, and not necessarily the actual motherfuckers.
But think about how, like, yes, Hades is the final boss, but he also just, like, lets you do this. Like, he's fine with it. He's like, you'll learn your lesson eventually. And then he learns a lesson.
Yeah, I do also think he's one of the few, like Pater gods that, like, understands that they are doomed to be outdone by their son, and he's, like, trying not to give you more reason than simple, like, law of inheritance. You know what I mean? You cheat. Oh my god, like, he doesn't summon a god at his second phase. Shut the fuck up.
PC is playing Call of Duty. Aimbots! Aimbots everywhere!
And he is an aimbot! I hate him!
Whoa. The favor of the goddess Artemis is not an aim.
Well, it's kind of an aimbot.
It's kind of an aimbot.
I also have an aimbot, though. Aspect of Kieran ass.
Oh, you gave some good action to your shade right there. Gotta let him get a good view of you fucking up Asterius.
I finally got around to nuking my onions.
Licking?
Cooking.
Oh.
Nuking.
Oh, nuking. Okay.
I microwave them because they get a little bit milder when they're warm.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently the Indian place he goes to doesn't, like, cook the onions.
It was a Chinese curry.
Ah, okay.
And they just cooled down a bit. So I wanted to toast them.
Theseus? Poseidon? Don't know how much of a good idea that is. I really don't.
Poseidon Theseus' dad?
Ugh. Yeah, it's a bad idea for me. God, the Poseidon boons also, I gotta say, are some of the most disappointing. Like,
yeah.
I do like how he gives you a little bit of walking around money. Very uncle of him. God damn it. Oh yeah, this fight's really rough, but I do gotta say it's a good skill check for, like, getting out of Elysium. It's like, if you know what I mean? Like,
at this
the
point,
Hades fight is also really hard, and if you can't beat this, you're probably not gonna be able to beat that. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but yeah, it's a good skill check. It's more or less fair.
It is annoying, though.
It is annoying.
But look, you kind of need a fight that's a little bit annoying at this point in a roguelike.
There needs to be a bit of a wall at some point.
I'm about to lose it. I'm about to fucking lose it. I just wish I had another dash.
I thought you were gonna say another dad.
I mean, that would be nice too.
I mean, if you had another dad, this wouldn't even be a problem right now.
If I had 2 dads, I would have no problem.
Could you imagine, like, Hades with a husband?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just did.
It's cute.
Like, what would change, like, fundamentally? Would the house bear?
I think Ra and Hades should date.
Well, that was pretty close. Not bad for my first time against them. Ow.
The gun is a pretty fun weapon. I first beat the game with a gun.
I first beat the game with the bow.
Also, I love the gun was Hestia's.
Yep. Well, imagine what it would take for the goddess of, like, the hearth to be like, that's it, I'm killing my dad. You
Also
know
kind
what I
of
mean?
fits, there's this little bit of a theme that, like, Hestia is the first and last Olympian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it were not for the Titans, she would have been chief of the gods. And it feels like the rail is kind of like what she would have used if she had been in that role. Someone argues that Queen Hestia, she just fucking blows her kneecaps off with a Glock.
I heard you face the champion of Elysium himself. You know, I've heard that among mortals, it's an honor to be killed by somebody like Theseus.
Are you gonna give him a gift? Give him a gift.
I don't have a lot of nectar.
Okay.
Make certain of it.
My favorite, I'm definitely a bow main, but I like to watch fist builds.
Oh, fist builds are fun.
Love the fist.
I just,
So I never have to stop pressing buttons.
Yeah, right? Oh. Rubbing the sleep out my eyes. Gun. And my gun. Gun was one of my favorite memes.
That's probably bad news for me.
I don't like shield. I don't like it. I'm not good at it either.
I like the ult shield where you get to charge forward with it. That's fun.
That's quite all right, Dusa. I'm not afraid of him, and that. I found another weapon waiting for me in the courtyard, Achilles. Exogryph. Never entirely believed it was.
Between us, lad. I wish it wasn't.
Ooh, I need to put more lidocaine on my stitches.
During my fighting days, I surely would have.
Time for a medical break.
Why is lidocaine anyway?
It's a local anesthetic. Right?
Yeah, lidocaine. It's a topical. Yeah. You ever used Oragel?
No, I find that local anesthetics barely work on me.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me knowing everything I know about you personally. But it's nice because it kind of cures the itching without me scratching, which would be bad.
Is that like just in general, or is that specifically in reference to my surgery?
Just like you.
Yeah, I went in for a local anesthetic surgery a while back, and it just didn't work.
Ooh.
Gross.
Your nerves are too tough. They can't be knocked out.
Yeah. Like, I was having some cosmetic done on my forehead, and I felt the scalpel touch me, and I was like, okay, we're not doing this.
And I can get another fountain chamber, very important, especially with regards to how it interacts with Dionysus's boon. Fountains provide more health. That's also pretty decent.
Be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area.
You also have the other fountain. Wait, no, that was sorry. You just lost that run.
Yep. That's okay.
Sun's got the top honors again, I guess.
Like Zag, he ain't my favorite protag, but he's a well-made him. He's kind, but not obnoxious. Yeah, he's a sweet boy, which is very important to my enjoyment of the game. Like, he definitely says some shit that he makes missteps, but he says sorry, you know? I like that.
I mean, he's like a teenager.
Yeah, definitely like young adult god, you know?
Cannot be more than like 22.
Gotta say, thick skin, pretty up there.
Like, there is no way that Zagreus is proportionally older than I am.
You're 23?
I'm 21.
Skelly, how do you know all this?
Oh wow.
Baby.
Yeah, I do think you're old. I thought you were older than me.
No, I knew that he was closer to Bean's age than our age.
I've already got a beard, regrets, and a comorbidity. I don't really feel baby.
The British Isles, I hear, are not great. Very I was turned when I was 16. Of course, life was a lot harder for a 16-year-old back then. Energy.
Yeah, the years aren't kind.
Oh god, I don't have like a specific favorite Zagreus line. I off the top of my head, I'd have to think about it for a while. I just kind of he's just such a sweet boy. Okay, let's see.
Is it Hypnos that gives you the coin purse?
Yeah.
That's like funny for some reason. Why is it him?
What's the description for it? Oh, we don't have one yet. I don't know, I just want to give you some walking around money. He found it on the floor and gave it to you. I don't know.
Maybe he was just too lazy to think of something like thoughtful, so he just gave you money.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Charon's keepsake?
I don't know.
Okay, trying to remember if Charon's actually the coin purse. No, I think it is.
No, it said from Hypnos.
You're right.
My head is telling me it's the hourglass.
Oh, it is. You're right. It is the hourglass. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what the fuck that thing does.
Now he stews resentfully down there.
I understand that, like, it's so funny to me. The dash is always a very good one. I like having a dash that also fucks them up. See, that's just fun.
Maximize your damage.
Yeah, it's just fun to stun on them like that. Yeah, Hypnos is just kind of constantly in that, like, stage 1 sleep, so he's just like, fuck you. I don't know about y'all, but, like, I am if you wake me up, it takes a good couple few for my brain to turn on. Like, I am a total asshole when I've just woken up. And I'm a nice person.
Yeah. I've been on the bad side of your morning wrath a few times.
Yeah, I think last night was one of them, and I'm sorry, but I was very cranky.
You were very cranky, and I was like, that's why I stopped talking. After a point, I was like, oh, you just woke up and you're just cranky now.
Yeah. I'm in my irritable era.
Karen has the loyalty card.
Huh?
Karen.
Oh no, the loyalty card. Don't you get that after you beat him up?
Yeah, but I think that's the only one he has.
Oh yeah, by the way, I beat Charon my first try.
Wild.
Yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure, another Artemis Demeter run. So, you know, it was mostly just, like, waiting it out. But, like, waiting Charon out is easier said than fucking done.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It is the hourglass. The loyalty card's not a keepsake; it's an artifact.
What does the hourglass do?
It increases Well of Charon durations.
Ah.
Oh.
Which could be really good, actually. Like, some of that stuff radically increases your damage output.
Does that count for Patroclus?
I don't think so, because it only says Well of Charon items.
Yeah, that's them little purple pools you find.
Yeah, but they're like the same items, just better. So
I
don't know
doubt
if it's
it.
taking or the items that count.
It'd probably be busted if it worked on the Patroclus ones. At least it'd make it
Patroclus.
Patroclus. Fucking. Might as well start calling him Purrig.
I like this.
This should work.
I like this. It's more movement.
Movement. Oh my god, there's this video that my ex keeps reminding me of that, like, this by a guy called Salvatore Ganacci. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he's, like, a maniac and a weirdo.
Probably Italian.
You could be right.
Oh, I remember one time... Sorry, go on. Talk about the Italian.
Go on, because I'm gonna find the name of the video for a moment.
One of my favorite versions of the sword is the Nemesis sword, because it gives you more jumpies.
I love Nemesis. She's actually, like, she's my top S tier favorite girl that no one ever talks about. Sucks she works for Zeus, but like everything else. Whew. She's the one that the most people have, like, unprompted been like, yeah, she reminds me of you.
This one.
So the video is titled, "Your friend is laying like this, would you end from work to her sister with like this? What you do?"
Oh god.
And it is just a clip from his video titled Step Grandma. And the clip is just him sliding through the forest.
Oh man, that absurdist art is something, I guess.
I love Dadaism.
It's just the video itself paired with the title just takes me the fuck out every single time I think about it.
You gotta drop a link to this and stream live blogging.
I just did.
Oh, so good.
Hey, I guess we're getting an Artemis boon because I don't have money or boons.
This title is really something. One of those questions I ask myself every day. It is exactly what you described.
Every single time I think of that, I just think this is what people mean when they say schmovement.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. That is the perfect example of schmovement.
The platonic ideal, even.
From that video comes all the occult virtues of schmovement, actually.
It holds it.
Done all to pieces.
Woo!
And it's conferred through the occult medium of the world spirit to gross matter.
You know what? Bow's over here is selling me on Than's keepsake. I might take that for the first round next time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Given that you play mostly with, like, range at the moment, yeah.
You absolutely should. It'd be good for you.
Because you'll take less, like, glancing shots. I like
Attack
to play with...
I think I'm going to take the special.
I like to play with the Butterfly and Faratha. Just because, like, I don't like pure ranged builds.
I've definitely had some really good runs with Faratha.
I like spears in general as well. Oh my
god. What if Hades 2 was a completely different genre of game like the last minute? Like it's not a roguelike at all. It's
instead of the fishing minigame, they have like a little rhythm game.
It's a learning Greek like educational game.
God, it's like Mario teaches typing.
Yeah.
For Greek.
Yeah. What if it was just a radical departure? That'd be so funny.
Like, I love this world. I love this space. We're gonna play in it for a little while.
It's a city builder.
I can't dodge everything. See, that's part of the reason why I never took it, is because, like, I can't not take damage. That's wild. I am not, like, good. I'm not that level of good.
You at least need a few more dashes first. Dude, the educational typing game is so good.
Yeah.
You have to fight Nemesis by correctly spelling each of the crimes against the gods your character has committed.
I'm just gonna start slapping you upside the head. There is that one, I think Epistory is like a typing game that's like actually really good.
I have it in my library. I
have it. I've played it once and I was like, this is pretty good. And then I like didn't ever play it again, but I would definitely do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
I've got a few games I should pick back up. There was this RPG I was playing called Tyranny, where you play as, like, the bad guys in a fantasy setting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. You're working for, like, an evil wizard lord as his, like, emissary.
I don't know why, but now I want to play Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop.
For evil purposes.
There we go. Yeah, so I can name him something stupid. God, I need more boons so bad. I have, like, no boons.
Hey, family, can I get some gifts? It's my name day. I want some gifts.
Hades 2, except the protagonist is a girl with huge boobs.
But donkers. I can't believe, like, I don't let myself get hyped for video games anymore because the last video game that I got hyped for was Fallout 4. And I learned my lesson. However, if it's super giant, you are the one exception.
Here's the thing, is people say that getting hyped for video games is, like, stupid. No. Getting hyped for video games that you know nothing about is stupid. Like, I know that the hype would have been there for Fallout 4, but...
Yeah, I mean, I knew a decent amount.
When you look at it objectively, and you see that it's like, oh, it's just Bethesda, and there's nothing here to imply that the game's going to be different from Fallout 3. Obviously, I don't know that much about it, but...
It's just something I found out there that I thought you might
like, I don't have good examples, but this might be a bad example. Like, what am I thinking of?
Give me 1 second to read this, and maybe you'll pick your train of thought back up. Although it is my master who presides over the underworld, Thanatos' death itself, brother of sleep, an instrument for sending mortals to the underworld, more peacefully than violently, mind you, as I did not encounter him myself when came my time by Ares and Apollos' design.
I told you I don't need your help here, Thanatos.
It wasn't being offered. Just happened to be in the area.
God, they're both so pretty.
You just want the cute boys to smooch.
I sense that you've been marked by the elusive Artemis, correct, nephew?
Yeah, like, the thing about games is that sometimes you look at a game and you're just like, well, I'm gonna buy this. Like, for me, that was Elden Ring. But Elden Ring is one of the few games I pre-ordered because, like, it's From Software. When have they missed?
Yeah.
Name one.
Name one.
Some of the Armored Cores weren't great.
Armored Core was, like, mostly pre-Miyazaki, though.
That's true.
Actually, to be fair, a lot of people claim that Miyazaki is the one who fucked it up, but hey-ho. It's coming back. Regardless, like, these days, From Software doesn't fuck up.
That's true. Recently, they've been on a really good roll.
They make missteps but the overall quality of their work is so intense that you can't do anything but trust them. So like, people are, like, when I saw Elden Ring, people were like, "Oh, don't get hyped," and I was like, "I'm not hyped. I just have eyes. Like, the game is gonna be what I want it to be." And it was.
I'm excited for the new Armored Core game that they've announced, Armored Core 6. Look, it seems interesting.
It looks cool. At least.
I've needed a good mech game. It's been a while since I've had a good mech game.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, there was that really shitty one that you played pretty recently.
Oh, yeah, what was that called? It was on Epic.
What? Was it Mech Warrior?
Damon Ex Machina.
What? I've never even heard of that.
I got it for free, and it was...
It's a little too anime for my taste.
Yeah, as far as the actual combat goes, it was fine. It had everything I want a mech game to have, you know, customization, bunch of different builds you could do and stuff, but it was just fine. It was literally just everything you expect a mech game to have and nothing more.
I took the egg, and then I don't remember seeing any portals to Chaos.
That's so fucked up. I thought the egg almost guaranteed you a portal.
Maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not impossible.
I bet Tissiphane's up. Guess I was wrong.
Oh, finally. Good job, Red Blood. You made it all this way. But I have got to send you back to Daddy now.
She said Daddy.
I'm so lucky that these chopsticks are made of fiberglass.
You could join me, Electo. Want me to put in a good word with Father next time so you can come to...
Oh, you know, I'd rather have my eyes put out, but thanks for offering.
She is so hot.
She's getting mad.
She's fun.
Yeah.
The first few times I beat her, I definitely did it by just running around the traps and, like, making her step on them a bunch.
Let it never be said that she's not a little bit stupid.
Yeah. She's a little bit of a herbo, but that's part of the appeal. Tiffany's my favorite of the fights.
Fuck. Yeah, the escalation's really nice.
What was that about stepping on trips?
Yeah, no, I'm not smart either.
I could make a different joke there.
Aw.
Oh, I wouldn't mind her stepping on me.
No. Yeah.
I have also stepped on some women.
It is really funny to think about, like, how, like, that one mechanic she does works. Like, she's like, okay, give me a second, I need to get really mad at you.
Do you ever just get, like, so mad that you, like, can't move for a second?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I have had to lay in bed because I've been so angry at times. Then I normally get really sad because I'm not good at being angry.
That's true.
I know Leica likes that David Lynch poem about the dog.
Yep.
Ooh.
Not a smart man.
But, caveat, imagine you're in a fight and the person you're fighting says, like, oh, I need a minute, and then just starts focusing really hard on how much they hate you.
No, I've done that.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, but it's wonderful. You are a delightful person. Tell me about it.
I don't want to hear about people. I don't want Caveat to sit there and think about the time that he got really mad, because he might get really mad.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
No, don't worry. Thinking about anger doesn't make me angry.
I can't relate.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that Master Hades would pay little heed if I provided all the shattered remnants of the thing to his own son, who naturally was able to reconstitute them into something more than functional indeed. I don't have very much health.
You're not permitted to leave, Tartarus.
I need, except... Should I take the trade?
Nope.
Won't bother asking how come all my keepsakes are here.
Yeah, I play a lot of Blade and Sorcery, which is...
Okay.
I've considered streaming it.
Oh, I've heard of that. It looks so cool.
Owie.
Yeah, it's certainly a thing. I think I enjoy it way more than anyone else would.
Okay.
You should stream
because
it.
I stream it into the Discord sometimes, but I play on a Quest, so streaming to Twitch would be strange.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I would need to figure out how OBS works, and no.
Have you heard of Sword and Sorcery, darling?
I've heard of it, but like now my brain is empty of any information pertaining to.
Effectively, it is just a reasonably limited. I'm gonna say hack and slash game. That's inaccurate. Because it's a VR game, it is just you doing stuff. But the core gameplay loop is that you're standing in a room and dudes will show up and you can kill them.
I don't have
Yeah,
VR. That would make me queasy as shit.
Oh, absolutely. I will say that Blade and Sorcery is pretty optimized, but also I'm not one to talk because I acclimated myself hard by just mainlining ginger beer and playing for hours on end. So
I
my
think
brain
that
doesn't
I think that I
wrong.
could play it, but I would need to take like frequent breaks, and I don't have space for it right now.
What I would recommend is that you rotate with someone.
Yeah. I could definitely, like, here's the thing. If I end up becoming a full-time streamer and like fundraising to get the VR equipment, because I don't have fucking money.
I given that your motion sickness is pretty severe, I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, I do share stream with May, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like, if it was just you gonna use it, I wouldn't spend the money, because, like, you'll feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
Oh, I also have Bean, you know? Like...
Bean would probably get into it.
Bean would get really into it, and Bean would do really well as a VR streamer. Like...
Yeah.
Like, she would, and then I would be here to be, like, the tech crew for her.
And I have been interested in several VR games. Like, there's Half-Life Alyx, which seems really cool. Sword and Sorcery is definitely one of them. What is it? Fleshworks, the shooter where...
Boneworks.
Boneworks.
They came out with a new one, Bone Lab, which is just... I played it. It's not good. Like, they didn't make it good.
Oh, hate when they do that.
They forgot to put the good in the game.
I think what they did was they were dumbing it down a lot to make it work on the Quest. Because the Quest, while it's very advanced, the Quest, the way it works is it has cameras in the front, so you don't need towers or cables to make it work. It's fully self-contained.
Yeah.
Which is super convenient. However, it's about the size of my lower intestine, so it doesn't have a lot of power, because it's not connected to a bigger GPU or CPU. It's doing all the processing power on its own, so you need to dumb down the graphics, and your games need to be smaller.
And I know it especially causes some annoying effects in VR chat. Because basically you can't see certain avatars because of how it works.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame. VR chat definitely would be something I'd be interested in. It sounds like an interesting space. Like, It seems more interesting than whatever metaverse shit was going on with Facebook.
Yeah, I will say, if you're gonna buy a headset, don't buy the Quest. I need it because if I have a cable attached to me, it will be shorn in half by the force of my elbows.
You have blades attached to all your limbs.
Also, because the Quest is so... Because it's made by Meta, it is not modular.
Oh yeah, and I've heard it kind of ties you into the whole Facebook ecosystem thing.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. You know how, like, when you're using a computer, you have to interface between a lot of different things at once?
Yeah.
So obviously you need a lot of ports and stuff. You need to be able to connect, like, audio, you need to plug into memory, you need to plug into power sockets, so on and so forth. The Quest has one hole. Which means you can do one thing with it at a time.
That does sound very limiting.
And it's off to the side, so you can only really, like, plug it in directly and not do anything with your left side while it's plugged in. Not very convenient.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Here's your product review.
Yeah. The thing is, like, things will get better because you could airlink it, which means that, well, some people have came up with some software that allows you to use it as a peripheral via Bluetooth or via a Wi-Fi connection, which means that you can use it as a standalone headset for your, like, PC.
Which sounds pretty good in theory, because then you have basically a wireless
pretty good in
standalone
theory.
headset.
Well, you need, like, you need to be able to send emails to space with your Wi-Fi, because it takes a lot of power, and your computer needs to run the VR.
Oh, yeah, so...
So you need to already have a pretty good PC. And you need to have a damn good router. Which I don't have either. I can run a VR desktop on my PC. It works for a while, and then it doesn't. Which is a shame, because it's, like, cool, and most of the good VR stuff is on Steam.
Yeah. So, it sounds like it's just better to go with a different headset.
I'm kind of letting you field all of this, since if we ever get VR, it's, like, again, not going to be for me, mainly. I might play something that, like, y'all have heavily vetted, or that has, like, particularly good, like, accessibility options for people who do get motion sick.
God, I was just typing in, like, VR headset options, trying to figure out, like, what's out there. And the first autocomplete for it was VR headset that kills you. I was like, excuse me? No, I don't think I want that.
One thing the Quest does, I don't know if
is kill you?
No, it would kill you, I think, but it hasn't killed me yet. It's one of the worst things.
Do you know how many things have not killed you that would have killed me?
I mean, I've been dropped directly on my crown before. It's fine.
I did get hit by a semi going highway speeds and walk away with 4 stitches. So, like, maybe I am as badass as you, actually. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. Nah, there we go. Ooh.
But yeah, this specifically, I think, would fucking destroy you. Just because of the, like, motion sickness thing. Sometimes the Quest will freeze. Which means that you turn your head, and the world doesn't turn with you.
Ooh.
Who exactly is the supervisor around here? This is ridiculous. Cause of death, blood pressure.
feel like
Such tardiness is oft to be expected from me.
when you like turn your head and nothing happens, your brain gets so confused that it like physically hurts.
From time to time. Someday we might get it around here. Once this accursed house is well in order.
Yeah, see, look at this line. He gets it. Like, he doesn't not get it.
Yeah.
He's not a hard ass. He's just
tired.
Just has a hard job.
I'm at your service. I'll be getting back to my assignment now.
Although, to be fair, it's Thanatos. Like, Thanatos is working hard.
I mean, old father's nice to you at least, isn't he, boy?
To be fair, like, I don't think Hypnosis' job is really all that important. Like, what, he writes down everyone's name?
The Olympians can't really see me, can they, Nix?
I mean,
very well.
You don't want to lose track of the dead.
You don't, but like, I feel like he doesn't have to do that.
Trust they shall, for as long as you require.
I won't.
So, hi, Prince. So, is there anything I can get you? Or maybe...
Oh, drink sometimes sounds wonderful.
It seems like in terms of wired headsets, the Valve Index is pretty good.
It's no big deal. I mean...
I've heard of the Index. Trust Valve's hardware sometimes. I trust their hardware lately anyway. They've had pretty good reviews of stuff like the Steam Deck.
Take one look at him, and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. He never seemed to like it much there, growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple under orders from Lord Hades. The master worried that his heir lacked any firm direction in his life, and indeed Zagreus took well to the martial ways, and I'm proud to say now that he was my student.
I'm growing stronger. Feeling good.
Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that.
I've tried some of the PlayStation VR before, and it's pretty good, but you need a PlayStation, which we don't have.
Yeah, was it the original PSVR or the PSVR 2?
I don't know.
You'll know if it was the original PSVR because it will have felt like shit.
Well, it didn't feel like shit.
I had a PSVR for a while. It's not very nice. It doesn't have a lot of important quality of life features like joysticks. And also, it only has one strap and a relatively heavy visor.
Oh yeah, no, I think I did play the first one because I played it back in like 2018. I want to say when I tried it.
Oh yeah.
That was the original one.
Yeah,
I mean, it felt very impressive. I don't have a lot of experience with VR, obviously, so not like I have a lot of points of reference.
I suppose it was okay just as a little thing to have, but it's really bad for like extended play. One, because it's uncomfortable.
Just a second.
'Cause
I can't hear Caveat for a second. Give me the back teen.
I'll show you willfulness.
It itches.
Dion's gotta spray some stuff on his head.
Oh, look at that cat.
Oh.
She is sitting all prim and proper. I took Thanatos' thingamajig, the pierced butterfly.
Yeah. Oh, I love when you get to start with a hammer.
Your dash strike pierces foes and deals 900% damage to armor. Dash upper deals 100% damage in an area. Dash strike deals 60% damage added to attack sequence. These are all so good, but I'm going to take, I think, Breaching Cross because armor sucks bit.
I guess armor does suck. The other two seem better in general, though, and against bosses.
Okay, dash upper deals 100% damage in an area.
And being able to add the dash strike right into the attack sequence so you're immediately in your combo as soon as you dash in is pretty nice.
Modified.
But those were all really good options.
The pierced butterfly.
Yeah, yeah, having the pierced butterfly with Malphon is a funny game to play because you do get in really close. So you are likely to take just little hits. But if you could make it work, the amount of DPS you'll get is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, and there's a reason I'm only taking it, like, for the first...
You lose the damage if you take off the butterfly.
Oh, do you?
I believe so.
I
can check that.
I think I've heard mixed reviews on that.
Okay, well, I'll look it up.
Because, like, I was concerned with... Because that's the reason I don't like taking Skelly's Tooth for Hades, because you lose all the stuff to build up previously.
Let's deal some death.
But I've heard that it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, if you unequip the Pierced Butterfly between levels, the accumulated damage increase will be lost.
Oh, okay.
And there's an achievement for it if you get up to 30% damage with the Pierced Butterfly.
Damn.
Which, I mean, yeah, pretty impressive if you do that.
I mean, just overwhelming them with damage is a pretty solid theory to make it work.
Found him to get out of here. No getting out without a drink.
Do need keys. I need lots and lots of keys.
Are you using a particular aspect on the fists? I don't think
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
the one
that.
with the magnetic cutter. Aspect of Talos.
I don't know, it just looks weird to me. I thought it was a different, like, color. I may just be stupid.
I'm gonna do it because I love you.
Yay. Nothing like risk and reward.
Within the underworld's quietest, most solitary, darkest abyss lies hidden evidence of the beginning of all things.
I love that you can
Primordial
fish down
Void.
here.
The most ancient sculptor.
Primordial Sea.
I'd best take all the evidence.
Void is not empty, it's full of everything that isn't. Damn!
These
pretty
all kinda
rough.
suck.
These all kind of suck. You could get by without attacks in theory, but
I would prefer not to.
just you would still have your special. You just gotta only uppercut people.
Ooh.
Get smashed to bits.
You keep getting the crystal, huh? You prefer the crystal over the wizard?
I haven't had the wizard since I started playing on keyboard or controller.
Don't know how you feel about wizard.
Hear me on my authority.
Oh, now you got a lot of DPS on your dash, huh?
That's the idea. You knock them away and then bring them right back.
You can just walk away from here.
Then here we go.
You know, do you want to made us appreciate the Pierce Butterfly more? Super Auto Pets. We have learned the value of scaling.
People who don't play that game, which is many.
I never know what's going on when you're playing that.
I have had people, like, literally multiple people ask me to, like, coach them for Super Auto Pets. It's wild.
Dion's very good at it. It's both a very simple and very complex game.
My autistic ass that watches Northern Lion, like, every day. I got it. And it's mostly because I can critique him.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Oh my god, did I actually do that whole thing and not take any damage?
You did.
That's fucked up. It's like, something about having the Pierce Butterfly, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's made me focus harder. Maybe I'm just, like, at that exact point of being high, though. Like, the edible is kicked in.
Maybe this is the training you needed.
Maybe I just needed, like a reward. You know, maybe I just needed something, like, immediately tied to good
Motivation.
play. I am Pavlov's dog. I hear that little ding and I'm like, yes, the happy chemicals. God, for sure ask not for whom the bell tolls, because...
Did you increase your dash?
I got it, yeah.
Juicy. Which path?
Let's go here, because it's not an elite.
Money, money, money. Ain't it funny?
I do wonder if I'm gonna get a sexy eyebrow scar out of this whole ordeal, because I do have a little nick on my eyebrow.
I mean, you could make that happen, but it wouldn't be healthy.
No, Ah, shit. I stepped on a trap. This must be the end, right? I do need more health, but I do want more boons.
Huge boons.
Cheers, mate.
Speaking of, special deals more damage. Yeah.
See,
It increases my special's damage by 100%. So
the revenge one would be very helpful, but
I don't want to take damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
This is not the type of flat.
Sorry, I accidentally skipped through a line.
Like a worthless mortal. Come on.
Ah, the stance.
Yeah.
On a kicker in the head. It's very funny that the two characters I like most in Hades are the most pathetic one and the most, like, violent one.
Who's the most pathetic one?
Hypnos.
Oh, I think Skelly's the most pathetic.
Sisyphus.
No, not Sisyphus. Sisyphus is very dignified, all things considered.
I suppose he puts on that appearance.
Sisyphus heard one must imagine Sisyphus happy, and he was like, "Oh damn."
I guess I gotta. I don't have a choice. Sorry, guys.
One must. I say that all the time.
You do, actually. I've heard it. There we go.
Is there a way to check what your damage boost from the Pierced Butterfly is at?
Yeah, if you pop up on the menu.
The 7%'s pretty good.
I mean...
The thing is, it only gets harder.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna build much more after this point, but...
Not with Malphon, certainly. Malphon, you want to...
Yeah, but, like, you know, I'm probably not gonna win this run anyway. I'm just kind of leveling the thing up. Next time I take it, it'll be even better.
Yeah, you do kind of work with it some while it's not so great.
If you're gonna take it all the way, you wanna have a good one at least.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it doesn't stack right.
Yeah, right now it's only getting a 1% boost per room cleared.
Yeah, you get 2% once it's full leveled, I think.
And then you would have 14% damage increase, which is pretty significant. I think it is definitely making you play better.
Yeah, the little brain worm.
Bong!
You did it.
Dash
Asphodel
is nice, but I'm gonna go for this.
Yeah.
Asphodel specifically, just because there's so much area denial, is awful for
Yeah.
the Pierced Butterfly. It is a run killer for the Pierced Butterfly.
Yeah, it's very easy to accidentally take a little hit here or there in Asphodel.
Elysium, you can at least play as a War of Attrition. But here is just chaos.
Well, these little guys are fuckers anyway.
Yeah, you only took one hit there. You're really good. This is like the best section you play, honestly. Gotta get that side hustle. Ooh. Ooh. Double boon. Very similar damage effects from both of these also.
Don't lose heart now, little god.
I need to upgrade my attack.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite things that came out of this fandom was the like Zagreus in different outfits that are
I love
that are
those,
like
yeah.
informed by the different
Yeah,
god
that was good.
boons. That's a good one. There should be more of that. I should do that.
Zagreus and his little Gilgamesh paws.
Don't be mad, Uncle.
I do like that the Aphrodite one was just him naked.
And pink.
Yeah. What was Ares? Just him wearing Ares' breastplate?
Well, I mean, like they're all fan made, so like there are more than one.
Yeah, but yeah, I suppose. I'm just thinking of one particular set.
That one was not very good, but oh, Rupture. Yeah, I want to throw Rupture on top of it. Hi, Ink.
Hey.
Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
See, they're awake at a normal time. I've just been awake this whole time.
Ink is not awake at a normal time. I know Ink's like time zone, and this is not a normal time for it.
It's 8. It's
Where
8:30.
where you are.
It was also going.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Texas,
what the
the
fuck am I
Scotland of America.
What? What am I thinking of?
I couldn't tell you.
Evil scientist? I don't know.
Who is it that's in Scotland? I'm so confused.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Ink is in a quantum state of being everywhere, actually. Just like me. And everything else with a soul. I don't think my cats are in a quantum state of being everywhere.
You don't think they have souls?
I don't think they have souls.
I disagree.
Hold on.
But also, I'm on like a Agrippa kick, so I think everything has a spirit to
Oh
it.
yeah, that's fair enough. I'm not. Come here, come here, come here. You look at her and tell me she's a complex creature. You look at her and tell me there's ever been a thought in her head.
She's very complex, just not sensible. That's not one of her virtues. But she has many occult virtues. Like, how can she heal you? Is that elemental?
Look at her. She's a little serotonin machine. She doesn't like to be picked up, but she puts up with it because she loves me. And we always pet her. Oh, she is a little chubby. She used to be chubbier, but she's we put her on a diet. She's lost weight.
I'm surrounded by my family, but
She still kind of looks chubby because she got all the excess fur and skin, though.
as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
She's so nice. She's just also like a young adult equivalent, and it's like, look at her little quail on her little bow.
She's like you and the other queer cousin at the family reunion, where she's like, "Hi, I don't really know you, but like I get it."
Yeah.
You know, it's epic. It's part of prophecy.
I should probably use my cast more often.
You should use your cast more often. Oh, caveat, I have a very novice question for you.
Oh?
I was, before our whole accent thing, I was thinking to myself, I should learn some way to defend myself, and like, it's an aspect of myself I've never explored, and like I've never done any kind of martial arts or anything.
You were an Eagle Scout, though.
I don't really think that's the same thing.
Well, no, but like, you have done arduous things.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I do know how to use my body as a tool, just not a weapon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all I'm saying is like it's the first step, and they're not completely like unaffiliated with each other.
No, yeah, I can walk really far. But I was wondering, like, where does
the one thing I can't do.
Fair enough. Where does one start with martial arts and?
Yeah, Ink, if you want to weigh in.
So yeah, the thing about it is, it starts with a coach. Like, that's about as much as you can say about it.
Okay.
Like, you can pick stuff up from reading and training on your own, but ultimately there needs to be someone who knows that can tell you that you don't know.
So I need to go find a good local coach, huh?
Maybe we could ask at the synagogue.
Yes.
I mean, you're telling me that
No, I would love to be trained by a Jewish boxer. I think that'd be awesome.
It's a complicated thing because on the one hand, like,
let's see here.
well, actually, there's no one hand. Finding good training is awkward for people of our persuasions because on the one hand, like, there are people who are very tolerant, but they're not always functional, is the thing. They don't always, like, they can't always properly communicate the things that you need to know.
And I presume a lot of good coaches are pretty booked.
Yeah, like, here's the thing: if you can find someone who is okay with all the stuff that's like different about you and can teach you good things and is local and has your schedule, you live in a fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't live in like a big city, really.
It is better in the States. Because where I come from, there is like one place you can go to for everything. And one of the places is usually the university. That's why I train at a university, just because they have clubs where you can learn a bunch of things. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing or Muay Thai, very solid combination. Here's the thing, is that is true, and that is all well and good. But the best thing is to train it all. So, like, there are a lot of criticisms of, for example, judo, in terms of its use as a defensive art. Because judo these days is very sports focused. Either that or it's very, like, limited. Because judo tries to be very gentle, which is kind of antithetical to the way it works. But still, like, going in and learning your arm drags and your hip toss is better than not training at all.
Yeah, I mean, at least for me, I definitely just want to at least have the stuff in my toolbox, you know?
You need something.
Yeah, like right now I don't have anything in my toolbox.
Yeah.
I don't even think I know how to throw really like a decent punch.
I haven't been in a fight in long enough to know if I'm still good. Like, when I was a teenager, I beat up other teenagers.
But it sounds like the best way to go about it is just to see what kind of good trainer I can find near me who has an open schedule. But
all you need is to find out what's around and then try that.
There we go. That wasn't so painful. I think I went in there at half health, so.
One of the things that is a huge, like, display of authenticity is if they compete. For example, if you look at a boxing gym and they have footage of their boxers training and their boxers competing and their boxers, like, winning matches and getting out there and getting good records, you know that whatever they're teaching works. Because other people can't defeat it. As such. And you know that they're, like, secure enough in their abilities that they can go out and do things. The problem with, like, more traditionalist stuff, like, for example, Taekwondo. I malign Taekwondo a lot. I don't hate it. It's just that it's a good example for a lot of the things that aren't helpful to some people. So I'm gonna use it as the scapegoat in this instance, despite the fact that my feelings on it are much more nuanced. There's a lot of situations with stuff like that where they just don't do stuff with it. Like, they teach you the moves and they teach you how to do them right and when they're far, but they don't really try it out. Like, they don't go to equally powerful opponents and force them to submit to the abilities that you have acquired from the training. That was fucking stupid wording. What am I doing? Nonetheless, like, competition is the proof of concept. That's why boxing is so popular for self-defense, because you know that it works. Because all the time, people get in the ring and they do boxing stuff, and an equally dangerous opponent is not able to just beat your boxing.
Yeah.
Like, it always works.
There's something to be said for the efficacy of blunt trauma.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I consider boxing to be the foundation of most martial arts at its core. Because boxing can be done anytime, anywhere. Even if you're on the ground, you can still use the things that boxing teaches. Because it's not just about, like, punching. It's about distance and timing and your placement.
You don't have to give me something in return.
All that footwork stuff.
I don't know what to say, mate.
The footwork in boxing is tremendous compared to most other sports.
The Stygian boatman is a lot of things, although I'm afraid he isn't much for conversation. I've tried, though perhaps not persuasively enough. I wonder where he finds the time to mill about, as sometimes he is prone. His duty as the shepherd of the recently deceased must keep him very busy overall, yet even still he finds time to collect trinkets and sell them back to us, for reasons only he could understand. Each of the ancient Fury sisters is preoccupied eternally with tormenting a certain swath of mortal crime, and Delecto enjoys the broadest swath of all, those who, during their mortal days, committed wrongful acts at the behest of their impulsive passions.
No urns permitted in this chamber.
So, it seems like a good place for me to start would be to try to find a good boxing coach.
I'm asking... You motherfucker! It's always this guy!
Yeah. I wouldn't marry yourself to boxing just because what I'm saying, because ultimately it'll be about what you get into.
I am most likely to get into boxing because that's what my mom was into, so I already have like groundwork.
Yeah. I really took to boxing, which is why I have a lot of love for it, I guess. The thing is that boxing's easy to, like, get decent at, because there are
It's gonna be better for
maybe
bosses,
4
which
moves.
is where I have the actual trouble.
Yeah.
The thing about boxing as well is it carries over to a lot of things, like you can just pick up objects and throw punches with them. Like one of the best things you can do to make a boxer more dangerous is just hand them an axe, because they can just hold it and throw punches with it.
Huh.
It's universal, almost.
Yeah, I mean you're strong now.
Yeah.
You know how to hit stuff good.
Boxing especially teaches you how to move your body right. Like teaches there's a term we use called the kinetic chain, which is it's like the way your body moves as you push into the floor and such. It's kind of hard to like communicate sometimes, because like, you know the idea that you like punch with your legs?
Yep.
That's what the kinetic chain is. That's you pushing into the floor up through your leg into your hip and rotating your torso and then extending your arm.
Yeah, which I actually know a lot about that from like doing art.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Boxing is really good at teaching that. It gives you an awareness of the way that your body moves. Especially because boxing is so simple. It's communicated in very simple terms. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone learns the same things, and
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say everyone does the dinosaur. I swear to God.
It sounds like a lot how oftentimes waltz is one of the early dances you'll learn, regardless of what kind of dance you're actually going to be learning.
Yeah, it teaches you timing, I guess.
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Teaches you timing, how to work with a partner.
I can use this.
Yeah, and then basic fundamentals of what a
It's
dance
simple
is.
to build. It's simple to build off of as well. Like even I could waltz, and I fucking hate dancing.
Oh yeah, you can do crazy stuff with a waltz. Like a waltz by default is, in a small space, but you can make it so you go all the way across the room. Or you can make it so that you're doing a bunch of spins and stuff in the middle of the waltz.
Well, and like,
Yeah.
if you know how to waltz, I can teach you how to two-step.
Yeah.
Yeah. It builds from the same framework, and you build upon that.
My main problem with dancing is my sense of rhythm is terrible, which is funny.
Truly.
Like, I was in marching band, but I would always have to mentally keep time in my head while playing music and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't ever just fall into a rhythm. Or if I do, I'll be able to fall right back out of it.
It's awful. It is... Because I love dancing and I'm really good at it. But that's why I'm polyamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could keep a rhythm, too. It'd make a lot of things a lot easier. And, like, I always got so frustrated. I'd be like, oh, yeah, you just march the rhythm. It's like, okay. But I also have to, like, I have to play the music I've memorized. And a bunch of other stuff. I also have to keep time and count out the rhythm. But it turns out most people don't have to count rhythm. They just know it at some point. Which sounds like bullshit to me.
This might be a neurodivergency thing.
I think it might be. Or at least it might be something like the equivalent of tone deaf, but for rhythm.
White.
I like dancing too. I quite like dancing. It's fun and I enjoy it. I'm just not good at it.
Well, you don't have to be good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to be good at it to do it with me, though.
Gee, high standards.
Well, I wanted, like, when you do a partner dance, both partners have to do the dance.
Fuck, do you have to be able to count rhythm for fighting?
Well, in a sense, it's
Oh
kind
no!
It's a little bit simpler. Being able to like tune into someone's rhythm is a skill that is certainly helpful. There's a boxer, I think it was, might have been Joe Louis. He was notorious for being surprising, because what he would do, he would tap into the rhythm someone builds up, and he would like go with it, and then he would break it. And they would be like, "Oh, what the fuck? That doesn't. Why is he punching now? That makes no sense."
Well, I can recognize rhythm. I just can't keep rhythm.
Yeah, honestly, that'll be helpful.
Okay, cool. My natural
make
tendency
you-
to fall out of rhythm could play to my favor.
That'll make you unpredictable.
I have been known to be unpredictable. Dion can tell you he has to live with me. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, fuck.
Well, I mean, yeah, parting shot is better. We gotta actually pay attention to that backstab.
You literally can't make me. There's nothing on the planet.
Just remember, always cast when you're behind someone.
Rematch. So, you know full well that wasn't a fit.
Silence you,
Well, thank you guys for telling me these tips. Definitely giving me a lot more of an idea of where to start than I had before.
Yeah.
Which is really what I needed.
Yeah. Honestly, where you need to start is just start. Just like find a place that seems okay and go try it.
Yeah, well, Right now, I'm still healing from my injuries a little bit.
The
So
cat is trying to get up here. It is time to feed them, I think. No, they got their 1 a.m.
No, yeah, they're fine. They're just
She
babies.
just wants my attention.
One thing I will say is you shouldn't feel like married to a certain gym or trainer. Chances are the place you start out will not be the place you end up.
Okay.
But that, like, this is not a rule, this is merely a pattern. You kind of just need to feel it out.
That makes sense.
Like, I started out at very, like, high, I'm not going to say high end, it was like, just efficient boxing gym. They had, like, an array of different bags that were all, like, heavy, and they had a good ring, and they had loads of floor space, and they had some good coaches. And then when I stopped going there, I traveled around and found different places, and now I train in a fucking gym hall with some shitty judo mats, and that's also good. Flexibility is just a part of it. Like, you just have to find places that work for you.
Now's the time to try stuff out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have some perk that means your bloodstones don't fall out of people?
Yep.
That's crazy.
What is that?
Oh no, looks like some of them just fell out of him.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a thing from the mirror that makes it so that it recharges over time instead of having to pick them up after they dislodge.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool actually. I might
Do you
pick
still get
that
the
up
damage
next
bonus
time.
from when they're in someone?
I don't know. I think so, but I don't know off the top of my head. That was a pretty good one, though.
Pretty good run. Pretty good run.
Yeah, Inks, honestly, we're healing up really well. It's just a matter of getting through it. Me, I just needed a couple stitches.
How's it going?
What a cruel end to an otherwise pretty good life. Cause of death, liver failure.
Oh, hi. I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Cheers. Achilles, sir. There's something I've been wondering about your codex. The words are yours, and yet it's through my actions that I'm able to absorb them.
Ah. You have to understand, lad. I've been here in your father's realm for quite some time. My documented learnings
You can, like, not put down the spear.
You see. You can undo those bindings over time. Thus, my knowledge can be yours. Whatever it amounts to.
I see. I think.
Is it literal because he's, like, charged as the guard of the house, or metaphorical because, like, you know, bound
I suppose
to...
it's like, if he loses it, it'll just turn up or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something you can escape from.
Boy, she is gone. You are never going to locate her. I thought you would.
You mean mother? How would you even know? You said reaching the surface was impossible as well, and I'm in striking distance.
This is my final warning to you, boy. Just...
Sorry, Father. I'm not afraid of you. I'm hereby authorizing this expenditure, and I look forward to seeing
One thing I will say about martial arts that kind of has to be said: be wary, not like scared, but like just wary of stuff that markets itself as like self-defense, because it's not completely a thing that always works. Like, a lot of the time it will just be a guy teaching basic stuff badly,
offense intended.
and he's marketing it.
Okay, so that's mostly just marketing buzz then. It doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, especially because if it's being marketed like that, then it means that it's not tested. Because, like, if it's a thing that some guy came up with and he's teaching it to people who aren't going to spar or, like, test themselves,
You have
or
no idea if it
compete,
works.
yeah, it might just, like, yeah, there's nothing to it.
Oh yeah, and I've seen, you know, clips and stuff of people like posting from like so-called self-defense videos and stuff where it's
Has CT like gone into the like fake martial arts stuff with you?
not with me, but I've watched some videos about it. It's wild.
Have you seen the power slap video?
Oh yeah, is that the one where it goes through the whole chain of people and knocks them all out, supposedly?
Yeah, it's like the guy marketing stuff to the Navy SEALs or something.
Oh my god. Sometimes I wonder how much the Navy SEALs exist as a marketing thing.
I need to do a stretch. Not because anybody requested it with points, but just like physically, my booty butt hurts from sitting for too long.
It is time to stretch.
Oh, hi hips.
Oh, I like that one. The video I was watching heavily focused on that one Chinese martial artist who got in a lot of hot water because he kept exposing fake martial artists who were
Xu Xiaodong.
Yeah, who had a lot of powerful
like,
friends.
He's doing stuff.
I went to karate classes when I was a kid, and those are basically all horse shit. But I will say there are a couple pieces of advice that the guy in charge gave me that I still to this day kind of abide by, and it's that whenever you're hurt or whenever you're about to be hurt, if you yell, it'll hurt less. You know?
That is just very it's
cursing also is proven to relieve pain.
Yep.
Like, it makes sense as well.
I explained that to your father the other day because I was making noises as I was going up the stairs. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, and then I explained it, you know?
There's a reason we do the breath in martial arts as well, because if somebody hits you while you're throwing a technique, chances are, like, you'll hold your breath. And if someone hits you in the, like, body while you're holding your breath,
it hurts worse.
It's so much worse. So if you do the breath, then there's no air in you when you get hit, and you'll be fine.
Might help.
Karate has an interesting lineage, which is one of the reasons it's so much horseshit. There's like 5 levels of separation between karate and the karate you get now.
Interesting. But like,
one of the most diluted styles.
Because it's originally from Okinawa, right?
No, it's originally from China.
Okay.
The reason that it's from Okinawa is because they learned it from Chinese traders. This was actually looked into by some Swedish asshole online, who's like... Here's the thing, is that he is like it's a guy called Jesse Enkamp. He considers himself like a scholar of karate. What he does is he like travels the world, he meets different martial artists and cross-references their stuff with stuff he knows. However, he's not that good, even for like a karate practitioner. And he is kind of a mark. Like, he talks with Steven Seagal, which is about all you need to know. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he is just like a gullible, like, nerd mark. And like, that's not so wrong. You can only expect someone to be so intelligent. But he does do good work, and he is a half-decent, like, purveyor of information. He does find stuff out, he goes out of his way to find things. He does come across as a bit of a tourist, especially because he's a Swedish guy going to Shaolin monasteries and getting, like, told to fuck off. But, hey-ho, he learns things. He purposely went to China in pursuit of this knowledge. He found one guy who still does what is now considered to be the original root of karate, which is now known as incense shop boxing. And that traveled all the way to Okinawa. It was like, what's the term I'm looking for? Spread? Cultivated?
I think either works. You know how you want to talk about it?
There's one very appropriate term I'm thinking of, but I can't figure it out. Sublimated? I'm gonna go with sublimated. It's sublimated there.
I think sublimated means something kind of different. That means it would be transformed into a different thing?
I mean, think would be correct. It marinated almost. Like it soaked in and became a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It developed there, it matured, it became what we can now consider to be Okinawan karate, which is traditional. It's like stiff, it's not very sports. It's more traditional. It also came alongside a more traditional Okinawan style called Kabuto, which is what people attribute to like ninja weapons these days, using stuff you would have to hand as weapons.
Oh, the improvised weapons.
Cross-referencing that with other objects, so that regardless of what you have, you will know how to fight with it. Like, for example, Bujutsu is derived from this, and that can just be done with any long stick.
Pretty cool.
Continues on, like...
There are long sticks all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's a long stick in my room somewhere. I can't find it, though.
There are several in our room.
Yeah. You go outside, they're there too.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
That's where we found the ones that are in our room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I often have a walking stick with me. We're going out for a walk.
The techniques traveled from China to Okinawa. Then Okinawa was, I think, colonized by Japan?
Yeah.
Conquered?
It was invaded.
Something.
It was conquered by Japan.
Yeah, more or less.
A few times.
It's now considered to be part of Japan, but that's like...
It's complicated.
No need to be
it's one of those territories that, from what I understand, when Japanese have become an outward expanding empire, Okinawa was like one of the first places they always conquer.
Yeah. Yeah, so from there, karate was taken from Okinawa to mainland. Actually, in Okinawa, it wasn't called karate, it was called Bodi, which was, I believe, in the Okinawan dialect, Chinese hand. But I'm not a Japanese linguist, or an Okinawan linguist, or a Chinese linguist, so fuck if I know, this is just what I've heard. Nonetheless, the conjecture is still there. This is what's considered to be...
That's a pretty good line from him. Somebody was asking me if I had a favorite line from Zagreus. I think I bear the cosmic egg is pretty up there.
Yeah. Damn, sick Mithras reference. That's what Mithras was, right?
I don't know.
Born out of I'd have to ask CT about that, and I'm not gonna.
There are a lot of cosmic eggs out there. There's also the Orphic cosmic egg.
Oh, hey, it's Kara.
Oh, hey,
just
it's
came in with
Kara.
the raid. Hi.
Welcome to Late Night Hades.
Yeah, I got hit by a semi-truck, so I'm streaming to try and raise money to pay off my car that got totaled. Hi, but yeah, that's why I was gone for a while. I also had to move 3 times in the last 3 months.
It's been one of those winters.
It's been one of those damn winters.
It's just like Dick 3 said. This truly is the winter of my discontent.
Yeah.
It's Meg again.
Wow, we could be getting Electo every time. It's for caveat.
It's for caveat.
Me, I say you've kept this girl waiting long enough.
Well, I say I
Oh, we didn't mean to keep you waiting, ma'am.
You're making me rather self-conscious about.
She's hot, but she
Little
scares me.
lizards can't resist
Yeah, that's why
another
she's hot.
chance to get their sticky
I'm
hands
listening to
in my jar.
the sound bite actually came up at the exact right time. She says, "Thank you for the $10." It is nice. We have been making a decent.
You
a
are
decent
an
dent.
adorable organism, aren't you?
Followed by a
What
follow.
am I saying?
Everybody's gonna know I'm Warframe trash. Both of those sound bites come from Warframe.
We should get back into playing Warframe at some
We
point.
should, but it's a little too fast paced.
Yeah,
for me right now.
yeah. Right now, it'll probably hurt your head a little bit.
Oh, you couldn't pay me to get back into Warframe.
Okay. Doesn't pay you.
I wasn't
Get
planning
back
to
into
pay.
Warframe.
It's like if I started grinding right now, I would be nowhere by the time you got back into it.
I'm only on like Master Rank 9.
9? I was on 4, and that was on my good save.
You didn't get very far, huh?
Baby.
Here's the thing is, I spent a lot of time playing.
Yeah.
I don't think you were very good at it.
That's so mean.
It might not have been 4. I don't remember, but still.
There are
it
also
wasn't
like.
that far.
I had people to carry me though.
And if you don't know how to grind for Master Rank, it's harder because you have to be constantly experimenting to really get that experience.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that I don't like doing that because I have ways I like to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, to level up you kind of have to keep trying new stuff.
I like my big sword.
Just let me keep
What's
my big
wrong
sword.
with my big sword?
Let's switch out for the feather duster.
Should help.
So you can find Euros in pots. I want a Euro now, babe. There are no Euro places open at this time of night.
Not around here. Hey, it's 413. Happy Homestuck. Happy Homestuck, everybody! Inflicts it upon you.
I don't know what this means. I don't go here.
It's like 420 for Homestucks, but it's 413.
Alright, I'll get back to you in 7 minutes.
Slam dancers.
Slam dancers, the answer to slam poets. Come here. Fucking stop with your fruity tooty.
Wasn't Slam Dancer that Broadway show with the improvised percussion?
I don't do Broadway.
It's all right. All the Broadway fans, the audience, will get my Slam reference. I'm doing it for them.
You do a lot of things for Broadway fans. I don't think I have many.
It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Which is also how Broadway feels about tickets, but... Oh right, it was called Stomp! I'm so dumb, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving, I'm disgraced.
There she goes, bye.
It's a little much if you ask me.
It was called Stomp, I'm so dumb. They're gonna hang me in the streets. Oh.
Hammer.
On to the next one.
My girlfriend literally just left. She's done. And that's okay. It's okay. We love a bimbo. God, I only get out of bed in the morning for bimbos.
I know.
I'm right fucking there with you.
I'm just gonna start calling Broadway plays different things now.
Yeah, now it's on purpose.
You know, it's like, go into the forest.
And my wife, she's always talking about, Broadway shows.
I like the violinist on the roof.
No, you need to change
No,
both
you
of it.
change
It can't
both
be.
of them.
It can't be violinist on a roof. It has to be like the flautist on the buttress or something.
Flautist on the buttress is pretty good.
Thank you. Your attack deals bonus damage equal to 5% of your current gold. I don't know how I feel about that.
Get rich, make money.
No, I want to buy more boons. I don't have any boons. Your attack becomes a big chop. Yeah.
They try it out. That's a big
Honestly,
chop.
I want to see the key art for all of the, like, boons. Like, in their full forms. Because I doubt those were just, like, done as those little diamonds. Like, they must have been full-size things that got cropped down.
I don't
the
know.
art?
I don't work
Maybe.
here.
I would think so. That's typically how commissioning art works. You would typically, you know. Well, but they were made specifically.
Supergiant have their own artists.
That's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. They're all doing it in house, so they can do whatever they want. So maybe not. I know, like for Disco Elysium, a lot of the art does have full uncropped versions, and what you see in the game is only the cropped version of the art.
Like, if you look at them, like, some of them are, like, action shots. I doubt they would have been done so tightly, because then they would be smaller.
Oh yeah, I mean, there are definitely drafts.
Yeah, like, I want to see those. Those are probably cool.
Because, yeah, oh, God, stop it! Stop slapping me so much!
Is there a Hades art book out there? I hope there is.
I'm sure. I feel like I have seen it.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
Oh yeah, yep. So might want to look in there.
That reminds me of one of the funniest problems I have playing Blade and Sorcery is I've tried to, like, constantly slap people, but they keep dying too fast.
Don't die, just let me slap you around a bit more.
I just want to, like, smack their faces around real fast. But they keep on falling over after the first two.
There's also a problem in your love life.
Nah, they usually go dead in one.
No!
Terrible. There's such bad jokes.
In front of my new followers and everything, they're gonna think I let you talk like that when it's really just that I'm distracted by gameplay.
The many bosses here, you can't stop us from making jokes in poor taste.
You've never told me to stop.
I have.
When?
I'm sure I have. Like, I don't know, but if it was something I told you to stop doing, I probably don't want to talk about it too
Alright,
much.
to be clear, I'm talking about consensual BDSM.
Okay. Oh. I do love, in one of our tabletop games, we made it so that there's an embodiment of Athena, like, as an NPC, and we trans her gender, and her name is Telemachus, because that feels right.
Well, because Zeus was destined to be killed
by his son. So we trans Athena's gender.
What if Athena trans solves all the problems? All the problems are Zeus. It didn't solve all the problems. There are many other problems that it also caused.
It did end the Roman Empire in universe. Athena transing her gender and defeating Zeus ended the Roman Empire.
Is Telemachus like a character in Greek myth, or?
Yeah, that's Odysseus' son.
And did Telemachus kill Zeus?
No. But
No one
Telemachus
killed Zeus.
was Telemachus, like Odysseus, was favored by Athena. And according to one version of the myth, he goes off to found an important city in Italy.
Which one?
I don't remember. Let me go look it up.
What's the least annoying city in Italy? Let's give him that one.
Oh, what is the least annoying city in Italy? It's not one of the northern ones. The northern ones
It's
are all
definitely
annoying.
not Milan.
Not Milan, not Genoa, not Rome.
I've never heard anyone complain about Tuscany.
You know what? Maybe it's Tuscany.
To be fair, I rarely hear people talk about Italy.
Can I give him Parmesan? Can I just give Telemachus Parmesan? It's the best cheese.
Clusium? Maybe?
Clusium?
In Etruria. Oh man, I shouldn't. Now I gotta go down the whole classical research rabbit hole. Okay, it was an Etruscan city of Clevson or Clusium. So, I don't think it's around anymore. Oh wait, it wasn't Tuscany! It wasn't Tuscany!
We got it.
Woo!
Right.
We got there! Mission complete! So yeah, Tuscany. Least annoying province of Rome confirmed. Of Italy.
I only have one brain cell, but I can see all the way into the future and the past.
Like any dog.
Oh, you are truly the perfect Taoist uncarved block.
It's been too long.
It reminds me of I was in Berlin, and me and my dad saw this like copper statue of a guy holding a book a ways away. He was like bald, and we both looked at it and he was like, "Oh, who's that?" And I went, "It's probably Martin Luther." I say this knowing like next to nothing about Martin Luther.
He is a bald guy holding a book.
Like all I know is that he's German. He had a book. And you walk over, sure enough, it's fucking Martin Luther.
Good eye.
And then we talked to one of my stepsisters about it, and she goes, "Oh, what, like Martin Luther King?"
Oh, I mean, there is a connection there because of Lutheranism, but no.
Isn't that why he was called Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, he was called that because he was. Well, I mean, he was named after his father because he's actually Martin
Well,
Luther
yeah.
King Jr.
But his father, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I presume it was because their family was Lutheran at some point.
I'm pretty sure that he was a pastor.
Yeah, but everyone is pastors, so.
I also know nothing about Lutheranism.
It's kind of like Catholic Light.
Wait, no, his father was a Baptist pastor.
That sounds cringe.
I can't believe that they were baptizing cows.
Whatever. Pastor. There are a few sounds I have trouble differentiating.
I know, love. I know. I'm not actually making fun of you for having a speech impediment. It's just a funny joke.
This is why I can't play fucking Pentiment anymore.
Oh, his father
Think of it
changed
like
his name to Martin Luther because he went to Germany. And he got inspired while visiting. So there is there is a direct connection there to the historical Martin Luther.
Have I told you about Antonio Inoki?
It's brilliant.
Yes, but tell me more. He is fascinating.
So he's the pro wrestler. He died recently, like before one of Sebastian's streams.
It was on our stream. You were on our stream when he died.
Your stream, and I was. Oh yeah, I was talking about it. He, along with being a pro wrestler and one of the pioneers of MMA, who fought Muhammad Ali to a standstill by kicking him in the leg while he was sitting on his ass. And like, this is how the fight went. It was Antonio Inoki sitting on the floor, kicking Muhammad Ali in the leg.
Nice and cool up here.
Damn. No defense against the low attack.
That sounds like some Baki shit, and like, I'm so here for
Fucking
it.
riveting television.
King shit.
Later in life, he changed his name to Muhammad Antonio Hussein Inoki because he went to, I think, where's
Iraq, I believe. He went to Iraq, I think?
Iraq. He went somewhere, and he was so fascinated by Islam that he converted while he was there negotiating for the release of hostages.
Yeah, he considered himself a Buddhist Muslim.
Yeah. It's so funny, like, it's just the sheer concept of going to a place and finding their, like, culture and religious history so fascinating that you change your name. It tickles me in a certain way.
I mean, I think there is a reason that pilgrimages are so important to Islam, because there are many stories of people converting to Islam after being immersed in the culture for a little bit.
I mean, it's presumably pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people who are very into it.
There's like
a lot of the world.
There's more than 1 billion, like, Muslims. Like, I don't know.
Like, Antonio Inoki, I know that, like, this isn't gonna mean a whole lot. He was a notorious hard ass. Like, there is a mythology around Antonio Inoki just slapping people. Like, there have been times where some Japanese guy has won an MMA fight. Antonio Inoki has come into the ring, slapped him, and left. There was a whole pro wrestling show where the entire crew, including everyone who worked the show and everyone on the production crew, came out and lined up so he could slap them all.
I'm not gonna say it.
Reminds me of Big Boss.
You're gonna say that it's hot, aren't you?
I'm gonna say that they thought it was hot.
I mean,
some of them probably did.
Inoki was pretty hot. Yeah, he had a really great chin.
Yeah, not my type, I suppose.
She won't like this.
But he did sure have a chin.
When I've seen pictures of him, he also had a really good smile. Yeah, he had a little bit of a mischievous smile.
Yeah. I forget what his politics were, but he did, like, he was kind of an asshole in wrestling context.
If I remember politics-wise, he was pretty interesting. He really tried to fight for Japan repairing relationships with North Korea.
Yeah, he did do Collision in Korea.
He was big on, like, opening up, like, dialogue with countries that other places that
I think he was
have given up on.
I think he was just so fucking fearless that he did shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, he also, like, went to Iraq to negotiate for the release of Japanese hostages and succeeded in that.
Yeah. Like. What?
Maybe I
what the
can
fuck
get
am I-
Ares' cast on this. Motherfucker, it's always you!
Every
It's always
time!
you! Why is
How
it
many
always...
times do we have to teach you this lesson, you fucking ball?
Are the butterfly orbs a reference to something in mythology? They gotta be. Nothing in this game is random. Soul catchers.
Hey, yeah, have you like heard of Collision in Korea?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. The one wrestling match in Korea.
It had what is considered to be the largest gate of any wrestling show ever. Disputed, of course. It's believed to be because everyone in Korea was forced to watch it, but like nobody has real evidence as to that.
Yeah,
But
that does feel like one of those things people say.
It's considered to be 355,000 total between the 2 days the show was running.
But I mean, like, also, even if people weren't forced to watch it, it was probably, you know, the best entertainment going on in North Korea at the time.
I mean, hell yeah.
So, like, you don't need
Who would schedule their shit at the same time?
Yeah, like, everyone's
Question
gonna be
mark.
watching it anyway, so you might as well also watch it.
Oh, Tiger Hattori refereed the matches. That's cool.
Oh.
That means nothing to anyone who's normal.
I think you've mentioned him before.
Tiger Hattori? There's
Yeah.
no way. He's a
Okay.
referee.
Oh, then no, you
Like,
haven't mentioned him. Tell me about him.
I mean, I've probably mentioned Tiger Mask, but...
Oh,
that's
no, I think
different.
it is.
Event... Yuji Nagata... Kira Hokuto, Bumikano... This is fucking stacked. Oh hey, the guy who killed his whole family was on this card. Yeah, Chris Benoit worked the third match in Collision in Korea. You know, to be fair, the card was stacked. Like these are good cards. These are good names. But like still that's so funny. Like he did a match with fucking Ric Flair in North Korea during the height of like would you say this was the height of the aggression or I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a
too familiar with the
socio-political
politics
like
of it.
expert.
Still, like, even today, that would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think the aggression has really ever wound down that much.
And, like, on their part, fair. Like, they're not really entitled to forgive us, or we're not entitled to their forgiveness.
Yeah, and, like, we haven't changed how we operate and how we've isolated them from the global stage. Like,
they definitely have a point. You have to hand it to them.
I don't know, I just work here.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
I don't have enough brain to like have complex opinions right now.
it's a complicated situation.
The fucking Steiner brothers took this match. What the hell?
Yeah, it seems like everyone who was big at the time was in this match.
Do you like know about Steiners? Like, have you seen Steiner Man?
No, I've heard the name, but I haven't seen any of them.
It's the video where there's like the crazy roided out guy going like. Normally, when you go one-on-one with another
Yeah.
wrestler,
Oh,
But
yeah!
1 in 3 chance that I win. So you
That
got a
guy.
28 and I got a yeah, that guy.
That guy worked Collision in Korea. He was in the main card of the second night. That's fucking outstanding. Like, this was when he was young, though. God, Scott Steiner is so fucking insane. You know he walked to the ring with a tiger on a leash one time?
No. I mean...
Because nobody told him not to.
I feel like someone probably should have told him not to.
He just did it. There was a crowd. They were separated by, like, a tiny barrier.
That... Oh, there is just a depth
And, like,
of...
here's the thing, is that it never went wrong.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have heard about it.
You would have heard about it.
Every time I learn more about professional wrestling, I'm like, no, this can't be a thing people actually do. Why? Or I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. This is so cool. This is the coolest type of media that ever exists. No in between.
Well, Pegasus defeated Flying Scorpio by pinfall following a swan dive headbutt.
Well, I know about Pegasus.
That's really sad. Wild Pegasus?
Yeah, he made the Duelist Kingdom and stole the soul of Yugi's grandfather to entice him to.
Is Wild Pegasus a Yu-Gi-Oh character?
No, Maximilian Pegasus.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, Wild Pegasus was a Canadian wrestler called Chris Benoit who had CTE so severe that it was rotting his brain from the inside and eventually led to a mental breakdown which caused the murder of his family and himself.
Ooh.
Yikes.
One of the heaviest stories in all of wrestling, and nobody will ever shut up about it. Including me, apparently. because he was on this card and he won his match by diving onto someone headfirst. I wonder what happened to his brain.
Just striking him with the lightning, just letting Zeus handle it.
You don't get him. The United States, the show garnered little news attention. That is insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not talk about it?
I mean, I think the promoters might have been afraid of it damaging people's reputation if they talked about it too much in the States.
There you go.
But I mean, I would be talking about it. I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Losing to Theseus.
Oh, it has been 3 hours, but I could switch games. How you feeling?
I'm running out of steam personally.
Okay. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, my head is itchy now that I'm like taking a break, processing what's going on. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Sometimes it says somebody is streaming, but they're not actually. Let me see if this person is actually streaming, and then I'll throw y'all over there. Yeah, okay, so... they're actually doing Facecam today. Normally they have a little VTuber rig. But yeah, your Moonstone is a long time, like, person. We've been swapping raids. I know that Seb knows them a little bit better than me. They're doing game dev stuff. They're working on a card game.
Neat.
So go in there, and your raid message, should you choose to accept it, is to just spam some emotes. If you have emotes from this stream, it'd be appreciated if you use those. But yeah, just go over there, have some fun. Let them know that we are support for them. And yeah, see y'all next time.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.